My name is Kate Hillegeist. I'm an independent consultant for Jamberry Nails. Today I'm going to be showing you an application process, and I'll be going through each step with emphasis so that you can get the best application possible. Here are the things that you're going to need, the tools. A Jamberry heater is awesome but not necessary. You can use a simple hair dryer. A buffer, a cuticle pusher, an orange stick, cute little scissors, nail file, some alcohol prep pads, and obviously you don't have to have the Jamberry ones. You can do Purell, or there's other ones at the grocery store, or you can go old school and use a bottle of rubbing alcohol with a cotton pad. And of course your Jamberry wrap. This is what they look like. This is what they come on a sheet looking like. So I'm going to go through the first step, which is to, with my handy dandy helper here, buff the nail surface and push down the cuticle. So when you do the buffing, obviously you're going to have pushed down your nail, the cuticle on your nail, all the way down. You're going to use your buffer and buff all that down. Once you have gotten all of that buffing stuff down on each one, usually at the end of your nail there's like a little bit left of what looks like skin on your cuticle. You want to make sure that that's all buffed off and that the nail surface is nice and smooth. You go to your next step. Wash with dish soap. It's important that you do this step just because we all have oil in our nails. We have natural oils in our nails, and in fact, if you're going to do them on the juniors, which is totally fun to do, they have even more oil on their nails. So it's really important that you go ahead and use a good dish soap that will cut the grease. One of the ones that everybody likes, it's totally the one that has been around forever, is Dawn soap, or you can use any type of dish soap, but make sure that you wash. Now we're going to go, I'm not going to do that because I've already done that. So we washed, and then we're going to go to the next step, which is prepping your nail with rubbing alcohol. So we're going to use these cute little Jamberry pre-done things. They come in a really big alcohol sheet. And I'm just going to wipe every one of my nails that I've already buffed and pushed the cuticles down on with this alcohol pad, or you can just use the big bottle with your cotton pad. So after you do that, we're going to go to the next one, which is size up wrap to your nail bed. So you're going to take, I'm actually going to turn my Jamberry heater on so I can get it going. That's that noise that you'll be hearing. So you're going to take the wrap and you're going to try to size it up to your fingernails. I've already done this one fingernail, so I know that usually these are sized up pretty correctly. But for me, it fits really, really well if you just kind of look at the way they correspond on your fingernails. Take the wrap and put it over your nail. You want it to be able to fit from side to side without going over onto your skin. This is important. Here, I'll show you that again. This is important, and the reason why is because you don't want to put it too far down to where it touches the skin over here, and you don't want to put it to where it's over here or over here, because that's very difficult to cut and certainly difficult to file off. And you want to make sure that there's nothing touching anywhere around it. So if you use a bigger wrap, then you're going to have those issues. And that's the tip, is go smaller than larger. It's much more important to just make sure that you're fitting it onto the nail. If you go larger, you're going to have way more trouble in trying to file it down, and you'll actually have a lift factor over too much time. So maybe like your 8th or 7th day, it may start to lift wherever the skin was. You don't want to do that, so best to go smaller than larger. Our next step, you're going to cut the wrap and hold to the heat 5 to 7 seconds. And do not overheat, especially on the clears and the metallics. So here we go. This is the wrap. I've already cut that half and done this half right here. I've prepped this part of my nail. It's all ready to go. I'm pushing my cuticles down yet again just to go ahead and do it again. I'm going to take this little piece of my orange stick. Got a little bit of a bubble there. And I guess I'll use this side. The reason why you don't want to use your fingers when doing this is because the more finger contact that you have with the back of the wrap, then you're going to run into the possibility of having less stick. God bless you for those that can do it. the other way and feel comfortable with that, but I would rather just go ahead and use the stick. You can, if you don't have an orange stick, also use the edge of your scissors. It works just as well. Okay, so we're going to take it over to the heat, to my Jamberry heater. It doesn't have to be that again. It can be your hair dryer. And I'm going to put it on here until it starts to wilt. So that can be between 5 to 7 seconds, or it can even be more. See, there, it's beautifully wilting, as it should be. And now I'm going to place it on my nail. Okay, good enough. It's probably a little too close to my skin than it should be, because I just don't want to rewind the video again. I'm going to go from the bottom up with my compression, and then side to side, bottom, up. And I want to really make the side stick. I like press and press and press. And when I say I use compression, obviously you don't need to be a bodybuilder type compressionist. You don't have to do that. But I really like to put the compression down just because I feel like it pushes down that glue into the nail bed, that non-toxic glue into the nail bed, which is all good for you. And then I roll it all the way up. So down, side, side, bottom to top, side and side. Okay? Then you're going to trim off the excess with your cute little scissors. Okay, I'm not very dexterous with my left. And this is another important tip, is that you probably don't want to cut your fingernail, so go from behind. You'll do better. Okay, so I've got it to the tip, but I can actually see where it's not adhered directly. And this is the other step. Ready? You're going to place your wrap on the bail bed just like I did. Then you're going to compress really, really, really well, like I told you. You're going to heat, and then correct compression are the keys. So remember that. Heat and correct compression are the keys. Then you'll do what we did before. You'll smooth it out from the bottom to the top, then side to side, and you're going to trim up the excess. Now we're going to go into the next step after that. We're going to add more heat, 3 to 5 seconds, and we're going to compress some more. So here I go back to my little Jamberry heater. Love it. And this is so that I can seal up the top. I want to be able to seal all of that. So I'm going to add more heat so I can get it to the top, and I'm going to really compress on that top. It's really important. Try as much as you can to not lift your finger. You don't want to do that too much. Although it doesn't matter. I mean, people do all kinds of different things and still get great adhesion. It just would probably do better to just stick it down with your fingers. We're adding the more heat and compressing, and I want to make sure that I get it on the top of that nail, so I like to push from the back too. It's a lot of pushing. Okay, so this is a very important part. After you've gotten your nail on, you've sized it, you've done all of your compression, and applied your heat again, which again I probably do the over compressioning. That's not even a word, but I probably over compress. Okay, so you're going to, my handy helper will come in here again, and we're going to wait a minute for the nail to cool. Then file at a 90-degree angle, getting all of the excess. So I'm going to take my file, and I'm going to go like this. And it doesn't really sound great on film, so I'm not going to do the whole nail on the film.
You're done.
That's it. It's really that simple. I tried to make it as simple as possible for you so that you can see that it's not hard at all to do. And once you get good at it, it really goes very quickly. So enjoy your jams. If you have any questions, give me a call, or don't call me, actually. That would not be a good choice. But go to www.katehillegeist.jamberrynails.com.